So there's a tool that went from 0 to 100,000 GitHub stars in 2 months. It got renamed 3 times. I'm talking about OpenClaw, the tool that used to be called CloudBot, then MoldBot, now OpenClaw. If you've been anywhere near AI space in a couple months, you've probably heard of it. And here's the thing, I actually tried it and it's really impressive. You send a message on WhatsApp or Discord or any chat application and your computer just starts doing your task, organizing emails, checking calendars, browsing the web for you. It felt like the future. But after spending a few days with this, I came back to Claude Code. Not because OpenClaw is not good, it's actually really good. But the setup was really complicated. The security side made me uneasy since it's open source with full access to your machine. And most importantly, I realized that with Claude Code skills, hooks, MCP support, I could build the same kind of workflow myself. And I know exactly what's happening at every step. Let me walk you through what I found. So here's what we are covering today. First, what OpenClaw actually is and why it blew up so fast. Then I will show you what it can actually do, because honestly, some of it's pretty amazing. After that, we'll talk about the gap between dream and reality, the setup complexity, the security concern that comes with open source tools, having full access to your laptop, and the cost. And then, the main thing I want to share, OpenClaw showed me what the future of AI assistants looks like. But I realized I can build the same thing myself with Claude Code, what that matters and how I actually do it. Let's get started. So OpenClaw started as a project called CloudBot back in November 2025. It's an open source autonomous AI assistant. The idea is simple. You just send a chat message through WhatsApp or Telegram or any chat application. An AI agent running on your local machine. Execute whatever you want. Anthropic sent a trademark request because the name was too close to Claude Code, so it got renamed MoldBot, then again to OpenClaw, 3 names in about 2 weeks. Despite that, it grows instantly fast, 100,000 GitHub stars in 2 months, one of the fastest growing repository in GitHub history. It's connected to external services through MCP, things like email, calendar, browser, and file systems. And it has a skill system, basically plugin that extends what the agent can do. Okay, so here's a document of OpenClaw. Let me be fair to OpenClaw because the capability side is really impressive. You can scan a QR code with whatever chat application and start chatting. But getting the point is not as simple as it sounds. You can actually need a separate phone number just for this. For example, WhatsApp, click here. You need separate phone number if possible because normal visual numbers get blocked and there's a bunch of setup before you even get to the QR code part. Like here, you need to configure WhatsApp in this folder and then log in, copy paste here, and also a multiple process to start chatting. There's a bunch of setup before you even get to the QR code part. Once you get through all the part, it actually connected. You just type what you want. Organize my inbox, check my calendar for tomorrow, research this topic and summarize it. And the agent running on your local machine goes and does it. It can browse the web, read and write files, run in the background, and proactively notify you, or execute scheduled tasks without you asking. And it has persistent memory. It remembers your preferences and past conversation. So over time, it gets better at what you specifically need. You don't just start from scratch every session. When it gets stuck, you can save the solution as a skill so it knows how to handle it next time. If you just look at what it can do, it's exactly what everyone be imagining when they think about AI personal assistants. A thing that lives in your chat application and handle the boring stuff for you. Here's where conversation changed. So the vision is amazing, but when you actually try to use OpenClaw by day, you run into some real friction. The first thing is setup. Getting OpenClaw running properly is not simple. You need to install it, configure API keys, set up messaging and app connections, manage MCP integrations, figure out skill system. Even just connecting WhatsApp requires a separate phone number and a bunch of steps before you even see QR codes. If you are an engineer, you can get through it. But if you're not, it's honestly really tough. The demos looks like a magic, but behind the scenes, there are a lot of configuration to get it right. Then there's the security side. And I will keep this simple because I don't want to get too deep into technical details. OpenClaw is open source. It has full access to your computer. It can read files, run commands, browse web, send messages. That's a lot of power for any software to have. And the fact that it's community driven means you are trusting a lot of third-party code. that makes me uneasy. I'm not saying it's dangerous for everyone, but for me personally, giving a level of access to an open source code agent that I didn't build is something I'm not comfortable with. And then there is a cost. Since OpenClaw use API tokens from providers like OpenAI or Anthropic, the bill at first. Someone on Hacker News said they spent $160 in a single weekend just experimenting. If you're running it full time to manage your email and calendar, it might generally be cheaper to hire a real human assistant. That's not a joke. So here's the thing. Despite all the friction I just mentioned, I actually think OpenClaw is showing us the future of AI. And I mean that sincerely. The core idea, you talk to AI through chat. It goes and executes tasks on your behalf in the background. And when you get stuck on something, you save the solution as a skill, so it learns for next time. That loop is very powerful. That's what AI systems should feel like. OpenClaw got the part right. But here's what I realized. OpenClaw is not doing this with some magic. Underfoot, it's using the same foundation model that everyone has access to. OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, the orchestration layer, the skill system, the MCP connections, those are things you can set up yourself. And if you can set them up yourself, the question becomes, why not just do it directly in one place? That's why I use Claude Code. Not because it's a replacement for OpenClaw, future by future. There's a different tools. But Claude Code gives me the building blocks to create the same kind of workflow, and I own every piece of it. Skills let me define reusable workflow. When I figure out a good way to handle a task, I save it as a skill, and Claude Code knows how to do it from the point. That's the same learning loop that OpenClaw had, just without extra layer in between. Hooks let me trigger action automatically based on events. MCP server connects me external services, and I can pick the right model for each job. Hike for quick tasks, Sonnet for every work, Opus when I need the best reasoning. The cost is predictable because I'm in control of what learns and when. The point I keep coming back to, this is what I always want to share with you guys, is that these AI tools are all using the same underlying model. OpenClaw, Claude Code, any other agent framework. The models are same. So instead of adding layers between yourself and the model, why not go direct? Build skills in one place, accumulate your knowledge in one system. Let the system grow with you over time. That's what I'm doing with Claude Code. One tool, one place for all my skills, and full visuality into what's happening. Okay, so let me wrap up. OpenClaw is showing us what AI systems will look like. Chat-based task execution, autonomous background processing, and a skill system that lets AI learn and improve over time. The vision is real, and the fact that it hits 100,000 GitHub stars in 2 months. In 2 months, tell you people want this, but the setup is really complex. The securities of having open source software with full laptop access is a concern, and the cost gets out of hand. The thing, I keep coming back to this. OpenClaw and every AI agent tool is built on the same foundation model. OpenAI, Claude, Gemini. If you can use those models directly, you can build the same workflow yourself, save your skills in one place, grow your system over time. That's what I do with Claude Code. That's what I want to encourage you guys to try. You don't need extra layer between you and the AI. Go direct, build it yourself, one tool, one place. Let me know in the comment what you guys think. Are you using Claude Code? Are you using OpenClaw, Claude Code? Are you building your own workflow with Claude Code? Or are you doing something completely different? I'd love to hear. If you find this video helpful, please put like and subscribe this channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.